Hello everyone, so welcome to this new video. In this video we will discuss about the attributes in Gutenberg. If you are familiar with the Rect development, I think you are familiar with the state management system. So state actually store data. This state is called attributes in Gutenberg. So attributes actually an attribute can store data, and even it can also give your updated data. An attribute can different types. It can be number, string, boolean, an array, and even can be an object also. We can declare attribute and different way. We can also create a separate file for this attributes only. Usually we do this if we have a lot of attributes, or we can also declare attributes in our block.json. Usually we use this if we have a limited amount of attributes. So for our first block, this dummy block, I want to declare an attribute for this text only. That means we will be able to change this text editor part. So it is a single attribute. So I want to declare this attribute in our block.json. To declare your attributes, you have to use a new properties in our JSON that is called attributes. And it is an object, and inside this object, you have to give all of the attributes that you want to declare. For example, for our content, we want to declare a single attribute called content. So our attribute name is content. So first option is the name of this attribute. That attribute, a single attribute itself, an object. So this is an object. It has some properties. First one is the type for this object. For this attribute. So declare the type. Since it is a string, so I want to make it the string. Normally this one, and it is a required field. That means you must need to have to declare the type for this attribute, otherwise it won't work. You can pass the default value for this attribute also, like example. For example, you can pass the default value is a hello world. If you don't have any default value, you can keep it totally blank, like this one. Now copy the name of the attribute here, and if we go to the edit.js, this is our edit function. This edit function accepts a parameter called the props, and let us console log this props. If I save, make sure you have run a server and refresh in the browser and check this console. Sorry, maybe our server is not started. Let us start the server again. Npm start, and we can see our server is started. And if I refresh, yeah, we can see an object, and this object includes a lot of information about our blocks. First one is the attributes. Client ID is most important. This client ID is a unique ID for each block. Context, we'll discuss about this context. Is selected, insert of blocks after name of this block, on remove, on replace, and set attributes. So today we will discuss about the attributes and set attributes. Attributes are responsible for storing data, and this set attribute is a function that helps to set the new value for an attribute. Okay, so this all are coming from our props. Let us distract this one from our props. Attributes and set attribute. And now if we simply console log this this attributes, refresh this one, and you can see it is totally blank. This is a blank object, but we can see in our block.json that there is an attribute content, but it is not available in our console log. Why? Because it is an empty attribute. So empty attributes are not visible in our console, in our editor.js function. But if we add a default value, for example, default is hello world, now make sure the server is running properly. Yes, it is running properly. And go to your browser and refresh, and you can see now our attributes are visible because we have a value for this attribute. But don't worry about this one. If you don't have any value, no problems, it will also work fine. Now in case of our edit function, we want to make it changeable, editable. So there is a component called our RichText component. We'll discuss about this RichText component gradually in our next video. It has to edit your content with formats. It is coming from our block editor. So first we have to import this one. So this is our block editor. Let us import this one first. It has some basic props. First, the tag name for this RichText, we can call it just paragraph. We can pass a class name. Right now we don't have any class name, and the value for this RichText will be our content. So we can simply distract our content from our attributes. So now we can use this content inside this value, and on this function, when we will change the data, what will happen? Then we'll pass the set attribute. Our data will be updated. This content value will be the new value of this content. This new value will be set to this attribute. If we do this and refresh our browser, and we can see right now we don't have any value because right now we don't have any default value for this attribute, but we can click and type something here, and we can see this value, our edited value is updating for our attribute. That means it is working fine. So if you pass a default value, you can also do this one. For example, like default value is hello world. Now I can refresh to see. Now you can see this is a default value, and still now it is also editable. You can edit this one. Nice video or something like this one. See, if you don't have any default value, you can pass a placeholder so that user can understand that something is here. So you can call enter your text or enter something here. If we refresh to see this, what is happening? Oh, sorry, maybe there is a mistake. Placeholder. Yeah, and to refresh to see, yes, you can see this is our placeholder text. So you can see this is our placeholder text and something here. Now user can actually understand that we have to enter something here like say hello world. So it is working fine. Now it is time to update this and our sub function also. Right now, if we save this data and try to check out in our front end, it is working in our editor, but if you go to our front end, and you can see it is not updated right now because in our self.js we can see it is totally a static value. So similarly, we'll get our props here, and inside this props we will get our attributes from this props, and inside this props we will get our content, right? Content attributes. So we can also skip this line just to simply distract this attribute from here attributes like this one. And now we can simply use this like content, but there is no tag is available here. So if you want to use this RichText in our save.js, we can simply use this, like copy and go here. Now we don't have any onSales function in our save.js, so we have to remove this one. We don't need to use any placeholder also, but we have to pass a extra parameter called content. This content is only responsible for our save.js. That means it will give a value for this content, not editing feature. So if we go to again and refresh, okay, we can see there is an error that RichText is not defined. We have to import this from our block edit RichText. And now refresh again, and now it is okay, it is working fine. If I change this like hello world, I am here, and if I update, go to our save.js, I mean our front end, and you can see it is now updated. That means it is working fine. So I think I understood how the attributes works and how to use this one. And the next video we'll start developing a real life blog with this knowledge that we have achieved in the previous videos, right? Thank you.